This week on Cars and Things Restos, it's time to get this sucker painted. Let's get some colouring in done and see how it comes out like.
Good morning guys, we're here at the Holden Bottom Walk.
Well, good morning guys. Today's the day. I'm just finishing rubbing up all the doors and the guards on Mako. Haven't done the roof yet, still got to do the roof and the cow and stuff. All the doors are all rubbed back. There's a couple little spots I've got to get into. Not sure if you can just see that. Just there, needs a little bit more rubbing across there. Got a little mark there, might have to fill that. I'll fix that. And actually trim comes right up over that, so you won't see that. Thank Christ. Just thinking about that. So I have to still got to rub back these. But today the plan is, brother will be up here soon, we're going to finish rubbing the doors. I'm nearly done. It's pretty, wow, pretty. We've got a wrap how straight it is. It's shit hot. I will get Trav to come and put his eye over it before we actually paint the exterior, but pretty confident it's pretty right. We've been using our these to rub it back, our linear blocking tools. That one's a soft one, or well, a little bit more flexible than this one, so we've been using these, and then I'm going to go over it. It's all rubbed back with 400. And I've got the hardest one of my soft blocks that I'm going to go over with 600. Just lightly go over the whole lot to get all the, I've done some of it, just to get out the 400 scratches out of it, just a little bit, make it a little bit smoother. So the plan is today, get the doors off it, rub all the insides of the door jambs, and we're going to put some colour on the insides of the door jambs, and finish sanding the back, and hopefully next week we'll be painting the whole body. But I want to get the door jambs done first and we'll see how we go. Righto, all rubbed back. So we started off at 400, all rubbed back with 600. Looking pretty sweet. So ready to pull the doors off. So the doors will come off now, and it's ready, well, the doors will be ready for paint, and the body's ready for paint. We're just not sure about this here, are we, brother? Just not sure about this here. This is where I welded that patch in. It looks a bit round, so we might have to build that up a bit. What do you reckon, brother?
Sharp.
Anyway, we'll do that before we do the rest of it. I want to get the doors in, jams done, so let's get the doors off and get some paint on it, and we'll show you what it looks like.
Let's get back to work.
Got a bit of paint on it. Look at that. Look at the fucking pearl in that. And it went down nice too. Fuck, it laid down nice. I'm really happy with it. Looks good there. The light sort of fucks it up. It's gonna be sweet. Well guys, we're getting stuck into it. Thanks for coming along and watching. So today we're getting prepped for paint. Hopefully we'll be painting this Tuesday or Wednesday this week coming. It's Saturday today. I'm just going through and rubbing all the door jambs. and cleaning them all up. Making sure they're nice and flat. And there's no little imperfections in it. I'm going a little bit above and beyond here. I do not know how good they judge it in the top 60s, whether they look inside the door jambs and all that, or whether they just do exterior look and the presentation of the car. But in the end, I'm going to feel a lot happier if I know I've got this pretty well rubbed back perfect and there's no imperfections in the high build. So we'll see what comes of it. I did notice there's a little bit here, a little bit of a load. Looks like something's scuffed it. So I might put some high build over the top of that and rub that back flat and see what it comes up like. I'm just using this 3M soft cloth. That's it there, 320. Just rubbing it back flat, and then I've got some 600 wet and dry that I'll go over all of it when I'm finished. When I think I've got it where I want it. So yes, it's been a fairly long build. What are we into now? I think we're in June. Last week of June, or next week, I think Wednesday or Thursday is the 1st of July. So we're getting there. It's taken a little while, but as you know, we're also, or you might not know because I haven't put a video up, but we're also doing another build at the same time, doing one tonner for a mate. So we're trying to paint that as well as Mako at the same time. So, and I wanted to get his painted before I painted Mako's, because once Mako's painted, I probably won't get back onto that until after Christmas. Well, we'll see. Look, I don't believe it's going to take me long to put it back together. I love that shit, putting it all back together. It might take a little bit of time for me to wire all the Hellcat computer up to the engine and whatnot. It might take a week. I don't know. I've never done it. The Hellcat system, but it can't be much more. It didn't take me long to wire Trav's injected 5 litre up into VC. That only took me a few days to work that out. That wasn't that hard. She'll be right. I'll get into it. There's a few things I've got to do though. I want to sort of hide the wire. I want to see if I can bring the wiring back in under the dash here, the fuse box and whatnot. I've got a AC delete. Well, it's not a delete, it's the original tubing that comes with the car without AC, which is in one of the other Commodores. I'm going to rip that out and stick her in this girl, and then try and put the fuse box up under there somehow, because I've got to get the ECU in there, which has got to be a very big ECU, so it should be I'll probably put it in behind the kick panel or something. Other than that, we're making along, so we're getting there, getting a bit done each day. So I've got to pull guards off it, I'll rub the engine bay, the whole car's all rubbed back, doors are in the paint room, which you'll see at some stage. I've already painted the jams and everything on that. It's come up pretty sweet. Actually, it's come up shit, I'm fairly bit biased, but no, I'm pretty happy with it. It's a different colour, I tell you, for me anyway. Anyway, it's got a lot of pearl in it, it really blings when you shine a light on it. But we're getting there, so that door frame's done, just rubbing this door frame back now. I'll sort of do that, but I'll do that with a block. And onto the other side, pull the guards off it. I want to rub the inside of the guards and might stone guard the inside of the guards. Bonnet a little bit of work, it's bowed up a little bit there in the centre. So we've got to fix that, but it's going to get a fucking whopping big hole cutting it, so too big a shit. But I'm not going to paint the bonnet until I get the engine in it and the blower and everything on it, so I know where I've got to cut the hole in the bonnet, and then once it's all cut and fits beautiful, then I'll paint the bonnet later on, which probably be a month or two. We'll see how we go. But it's coming along, so I really appreciate everybody who's been watching, jumping on and supporting the channel. We do have merch coming, guys. I will get it. It did take long to get rid of the merch I already had. We've got a little bit of a problem with the, not a problem, the guy that's doing the merch is flat out, which everybody is, and you can understand we're only getting minute stuff to start off with, where everybody else is probably getting thousands of dollars worth of stuff, so we're only little fish in a big pond at the minute, but we'll get there. So I'll keep plugging away here with this, get all this rubbed back, I'll get the roof rubbed back, as I said, and she'll be into paint in a couple of days. We're getting there. So I've got the diff over there, I've got to do that, paint that. It's all happening. So the bumpers over there. What else? That's about it. I reckon I'll boot and the wings over there. They're all ready, I just got to rub them back, final rub back to paint. Getting there. Alright, we'll keep tracking on. Cheers! Check this out. Check out the pop in the sun. Woo-hoo-hoo, I'm excited. Can't wait to get this thing painted. Woohoo! Righto. Last rub. So that's all been rubbed back with 400, and then we went over it lightly with 600. Now we've just put the guide coat back on it, and we've got the soft block.
You don't want to miss any scratches.
Just got 600, haven't you? So we're just going over, and if you can see, I saw some. You can see the real light scratches in it that the metallic will lay down in. You can see it in the camera. Probably won't pick up. But I tell you, you can't see it in the camera, but you'll see it in the sunlight. So we're just going over them now, give them a light rub, and then they're going in the booth, and we're going to paint them this afternoon. To show you, just prepping the doors to paint, and I found a little hole in there. I don't know if you can see it. It's so fucking hard with these lights. There's the camera there. There's a little hole in it. So what I've done is I've gone and mixed up some high build with a little bit of hardener in it. I'm just going to put it on a brush and dip it in it. Just going to just build it up a bit. Let that dry off over lunch, because we're going to paint it after lunch. I'll sand that back flat and that hole will be gone. So it's easy as that. That's all you can do. That you can do that. It does not hurt it one bit. It will not come out. It'll sand back flat as, and you get rid of those little imperfections in it, and just make it more sweeter. some colour on it. So as you've seen, we put 2 coats of colour. Then we rubbed the back with our Scotch-Brite. We let it dry off, and we used these Sewer Grey Scotch-Brites, ultra fine. Rubbed any imperfections out of it. There was a couple of little things in it we got out. I just gave it one. I'll just give it 1 coat of clear. Just then, my first coat, my tack coat. Put a quick coat on. There it is, there, ready to go. We're using that's it there, the 8025 Spice Hecker 8025, and the 325 hardener, which is a medium. I'm pretty sure. I should say it somewhere, but I'm pretty positive it's a medium hardener. So that's the clear we're whacking on it. I'm going to put 5 coats of clear on it, because probably seeing a couple off when we do it. I'll probably only put 2 on the boot, inside the boot though. There we go. All right. There we go.
Here we are, 5 coats of clear, come up like a sweet. Here we find a couple of little dots in it, little shepherd, and polish them out. So they look like in the morning.
Well guys, it's a bit noisy, sorry about the noise, and sorry about the late video. We spent all morning taping this up, cleaning it, spotless. We methode and watered it first, washed it, dried it. We blew it off with air, washed it, dried it, blew it off with air again. Good tack cloth all over it. And now I've just laid down my sealer. So that's pretty good. I just want to put a bit more across the roof. I want to put more sealer on the roof, so just mix it up a bit more. It's come up pretty good, pretty flat, pretty happy with that. So we'll get stuck into it and get some colour on her. Well, there we are. Three coats of clear on it. It's come up fucking beautiful. I'm really, really happy. It's probably the best paint I've done so far out of all the jobs I've done, which I'm really, really stoked about. So I've got to do another 2 coats on it. So I don't want to go in there because it's fucking fumey as, but it's getting there. It's starting to look really sweet. Pretty happy with that.
Let's go in and have a look, eh? There it is. Hopefully you can hear me. That's 5 coats of clear, 3 coats of base coat, a sealer and a base coat, and 5 coats of clear. Come up fucking sweet and so happy with it. Oh, that colour. That's unreal. Pretty happy. little bit of a lip just there we'll have to fix. It's in the clear coat, so it'll come out. So, pretty happy with that. Alright, got a lot of set right after work, where's the hands going? So we 2 degrees tonight, so we'll let it go to probably 28 degrees in there. And we'll have a look at it in the morning.
Righto, there we are guys. Finished product. Pretty happy with it. It's come up pretty sweet. Check out the pearl. I don't even see it in the camera, but just bling. All laid down pretty good, pretty happy with it. That bloody sun. Try and get the sun out of the glare out of the sun so you can see me in. There we go, I'm gonna do that. Can't see me because I've got the fucking camera in the way. It's got a little bit of orange peel in it. You might be able to see that. Nothing we can't block out. But pretty happy. Very, very happy with it. So we'll leave her out here, harden up. See, we might put the doors on it, Savo. See how we go. Alright. Keep knocking her out. Righto, guys. There, just did the bumpers, fuel door, front guards, and the spoiler and the boot. All done. I'll let them cure overnight. And that's it. I only got to do the door handles and the mirrors, and that's it for colour. She's ready to go back together. Righto, there we are. Couple of doors on her. Starting to look like a car again. Look at it through the camera. It's a bit dark in the shed, but the sun's not really sunny outside, but that's starting to look pretty sweet. Pretty happy with it. It's going to be... Oh, fuck yeah. Alright, so what we've got to do now is I've got to paint the door handles. A little bit to do. Apart from that, it's probably ready to go back. It's probably ready to go back to the workshop. You understand in front of the light. See you. See you? Yeah, no worries at all. Yeah, so we can take it back to the workshop and start putting it back together. Okay. Well, there you are. She got some colour on it and I'm a bit chuffed. So that'll probably do it for this episode. I really appreciate you coming along and watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. A lot of people have been waiting for it to come up, especially us too. We can't be happier, eh, brother? He keeps on saying how straight it is.
That's all
all these block work. So, nah, really happy. Rightio. If you haven't subscribed, please jump on and subscribe, help us out, and hit the bell, share it with your friends. Okay, that'll do. We'll see you next time. Cheers.